Hi, I'm Joe Nugent with David DeGuzman in the NBC4 Digital Center. We are fresh back from the Woody after hearing from the newest Ohio State Buckeyes today, the transfers, Will Howard, Quinshon Judkins, Seth McLaughlin, and also Caleb Downs, the big safety from Alabama. What stood out? What made an impression on you?
I think overall, all the transfers, we're talking about how competitive Ohio State is for a national championship, how they wanted to join a team that would compete for those national championships, and also how both the same and different Ohio State is compared to the programs that they're coming from. I mean, you talk about guys like Caleb and you talk about guys like Seth, like they're both Alabama teammates. And, you think of Alabama, competing for championships too. So there's not that much of a difference in terms of the competitiveness that they're entering into, the environment that they're entering into. And I think they want to spend a lot of the time that they have left in their eligibility just competing for championships, and Ohio State offers that.
And you contrast that with Will Howard and Judkins, who are coming from Kansas State and Ole Miss. For Will, this is probably, I think he feels like it's his first chance to actually win a national championship.
Yeah.
And same for Quinshon, who's coming from Ole Miss, who, top 10 team, really good, but they feel like they have a real shot to do something really special with the Buckeyes this year. And for Will, I thought it was really interesting when he was asked about the receiving corps and also Jeremiah Smith, the new freshman that's coming in. I mean, you could just see him light up. He's never been around a group of receivers like this.
But he did his homework, and he knows a lot about the Ohio State offense already. And even though he hasn't even taken a single snap at practice, you can tell that he comes in very prepared. He talked a lot about how Kansas State really built him for an opportunity like this, an opportunity that, he admitted he wouldn't have really had at Kansas State. So he's really excited for that. And the big thing for me, Joe, is that they're also media ready, and they're ready to be in that spotlight. They know how Ohio State can prep them for a potential future in the NFL. That was one of the big things that attracted them to come to Columbus. And, I'm really excited about Will because he knew how to answer a lot of questions. You can tell that he has the experience of being a starting quarterback. He wants to be a starting quarterback. The question is, does he have the talent to do so? We're going to find out in a couple of weeks when spring practice starts.
Yeah, it's going to be really fun. For Quinshon, I know one of the things he values about the Ohio State experience is his shelf life and preserving that. As a running back, these guys get worn down. The window isn't necessarily as long as a quarterback. So I think he likes the idea of definitely splitting snaps with Travion Henderson. That's attractive for him. Caleb Downs, who's interesting.
Yeah.
He won. So Caleb, Ohio State recruited Caleb really hard out of high school. The Buckeyes were a finalist. Many people around here believed that Ohio State was number 2, finished runner-up to Alabama. He was asked about that. He would not confirm today that, in fact, the Buckeyes were his second choice when he was coming out of high school. But the difference now for him is that when he was being recruited in high school, Ohio State was telling them, hey, we have a new offensive or defensive coordinator, Jim Knowles. This guy's great. This is what we're going to do. Now he's been able to actually see it, right? It's not just what he's been told about, but he's been able to see it on the field and to see it, it was great. Top 5 defense last year. So
Caleb is interesting too, because even when he entered the transfer portal, people thought he would actually go back to his home state of Georgia and join the Bulldogs. So joining Ohio State, you could tell that there's a lot of buzz around him because you could even see how many people were talking to him. The crowd that was around him just from the media, there's a lot of interest in him. So it's really going to be fascinating to see how it all kind of shakes out.
Yeah. He said he was open to play any safety position for the Buckeyes, any of the 3. That was sort of what I thought was really interesting about all these guys, that they really just want to help the team. Even Seth McLaughlin.
Yeah. Same
deal. Center at Alabama. He's made more than 20 starts at that position. But even him was like, I took reps at guard at Alabama in practice. I can do that. I played tackle in high school. His strength is in the inside. He's not going to be playing tackle. But his point is that, he's open to these things and he has experience.
And one quick thing about Seth is that he had nothing but nice things to say about Caleb, how mature he is. Now, he was only a freshman, but he acted like a veteran. He's going to be bringing that veteran experience to Ohio State, so he's very excited to have his teammate here.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Looking forward to spring practice, and we'll, of course, have much more all day right here on NBC4.